Hello students! In this video, we are going to talk about the principles of art and design. This video is designed so all students, young and old, experienced and beginner, can understand how to use the principles of art and design to improve their artwork. Since we have many younger students in our art studio, we wanted to create a video that they could also enjoy but would be informative to our experienced students as well. The first art principle that we will discuss is pattern. Most simply, pattern is a repetition of any of the art elements that allows for repetition in the artwork. In this slide, we can see how the student used pattern to create their very successful artwork. The butterfly painting uses color and shape to create a pattern which follow the wings shape. See in here. The plaster carving repeats shape to create the image of the flower, using these shapes. Both of the young artists use pattern differently in their artwork, showing that pattern can be used in many different ways for a successful artwork. Balance. Here we have balance, which is the even distribution of art elements that gives the artwork proportion, harmony, and a sense of control. The color pencil drawing here shows symmetrical balance. As we can see on both sides of the drawing, the elements are even, including the two main characters, here and here, the colors they are wearing with the tops and their bottoms, and the background. The mixed media on the right shows asymmetrical balance. We can see the main character is larger at the top with the smaller dolphin at the bottom. This is balanced by the bigger buildings at the bottom and the smaller details at the top. Next, we have contrast, which makes the elements of an artwork stand out to ensure that nothing is blending together if it's not supposed to. For the clay model on the left, we have a contrast of shapes with the spheres at the top and the heavier trapezoidal base. We also have contrast in the colors with the bright colored spheres and the mostly white base. Finally, we have contrast in the lines on the base with the textures on the spheres. The artwork on the right is our gear design. The artwork shows contrast through color with the purple and the blue and size. We have both large elements with the clock face and the smaller elements in the background. Our student created contrast using a detailed foreground and a less detailed or more blurry background. Emphasis elaborates on how artists use focal points or make focal points in the artwork. For example, the two artworks here emphasize the main character using both detail and color. We can clearly see what the main character is and how they're in the foreground, which is complemented by a blurry, less detailed background with softer and muter tones. Movement. Movement is a little bit more complicated as there's many ways to think about movement in the artwork, but here is 3 of them. First, the clay model has a strong, immovable base that contrasts the 2 flowing lines that extend the artwork upward. These pieces come together to create an illusion of movement. Next, we have our stairs design. The student creates an uneasy feeling for the audience. The audience has this feeling that they're falling into this big black abyss. This is demonstrated by the organization of space, where the stairs are going down into the black hole using perspective, and how she drew details going into the black abyss. Finally, the last painting demonstrates fish swimming. The audience sees how the flow of water moves around the bodies of the fish, which creates movement and an illusion of how the fish are swimming through the water. Rhythm. An artist creates rhythm through the repetition of elements. Many artists think of rhythm in an artwork the same way musicians think about tempo in music. Rhythm is a way that an artist can demonstrate how elements of artwork are dancing on the page. For example, this artwork shows rhythm through the positioning of the main characters, which follow a direction of the fish. Rhythm is also accomplished through the background, with the jellyfish following their own rhythm diagonally across the page. Our abstract flower design on the right shows rhythm through geometrical designs in the background and through the flow of the flowers going this direction. Proportion. In an artwork, elements must be in relation to each other to show differences in size, space, and depth, such as using perspectives in landscapes or architectural design and structure in geometrical sketches. Proportion also relates to composition, which is how an artist arranges elements in their artwork to be balanced and proportionate. Often we use the rule of thirds to create this feeling. In this painting, the artist shows perspective by the proportion of size across the page. As we can see with the girl running down the stairs, she is painted smaller than the lady in the corner. This is because the girl running down the stairs is further away from the audience than the woman over here. We also see how the artist uses proportion by arranging people further away as they go deeper into the painting. The lady in the blue dress is painted smaller than the couple in front of her because she is further down the street. Unity. Unity describes how an artist creates a feeling of completeness, consistency, and cohesion. Unity is a bit abstract, but it describes how an artwork looks complete and successful. When all the elements in artwork come together, it creates a sense of unity. The theme of the painting on the left is musical instruments, which is accomplished through a sense of unity in the painting. The artist made sure that all of the characters play different instruments to show an orchestra. The wind blowing in the characters' clothes all flow the same way as well. She kept the details in the musical instruments instead of the faces of the characters in the painting to show that the main theme is music in the painting. The painting on the right is our ribbon lesson. The artist uses unity to organize the space. We can see how the artist organizes the ribbon heavier at the bottom and lighter at the top. This detail grounds the painting. Also, the background relates to the foreground, which is more abstract, leaves white spaces, and is muted in the colors. This focuses the attention on the ribbon, which is colorful, complex, and detailed. The principles of art and design are a guideline or a tool. We encourage our students to consider the uses of the principles of art and design in their artwork, alongside the creativity to create the most successful artworks. By applying both creativity, art knowledge, the artist can maximize the effectiveness of their work and clearly demonstrate their artistic vision.